An unthinkable crime. A man already in legal trouble murders his wife in the middle of the woods. How did a seemingly ordinary day of chopping firewood turn into a tragic murder? In the serene expanse of Rio de Arenas, New Mexico, amidst the rugged allure of the Gila National Forest, the tranquil beauty of nature meets the whispers of isolation. On September 26, Erica Zamora and her husband Armando Zamora ventured into the forest ostensibly to gather firewood. This day, marked by an eerie calm that belied the storm brewing beneath the surface, would soon spiral into a tragic conclusion. Armando Zamora, a 38-year-old landscaper with a history of legal troubles, is currently navigating the challenging waters of probation. Under the stringent conditions set by the legal system, Armando's life is further complicated by his tumultuous relationship with his 39-year-old wife, Erica Zamora. Amid ongoing marital strife and financial challenges, Armando filed for divorce in June. As tensions between Armando and Erica escalated through the following months, their arguments became more frequent and intense. On September 26, the couple's volatile relationship reaches a boiling point. In the days following their forest excursion, the atmosphere is fraught with unease and tension. Shortly after, Erica Zamora vanishes without a trace. On October 1st, 2021, the New Mexico State Police in Silver City received a report of a missing person, Erica Zamora, who had not been seen or heard from in 5 days. The dense foliage of the forest became the focus of the extensive investigation. The police combed through the area, determined to uncover any trace of Erica. It was a race against time, with the hope of finding her alive dimming with each passing hour. Then, on October 3rd, 2021, just 2 days after the missing person report was filed, the search reached a somber conclusion. Erica's body was discovered in a remote part of the Gila National Forest, bringing an end to the search but marking the beginning of a new chapter of investigation. The discovery site bore the marks of an attempt to conceal the crime, with Erica's body partially hidden beneath branches, suggesting a deliberate effort to obscure it from view and delay discovery. The discovery of Erica's body confirmed the worst fears and sharpened the focus of the investigation onto Armando Zamora, her husband and the last person known to have been with her. Armando Zamora had provided authorities with a narrative that painted him at locations far removed from where the tragic events unfolded. He claimed that they returned home after chopping firewood together in the Gila National Forest on September 26. According to Zamora, he then dropped Erica off at her residence early on September 28th, suggesting a routine parting of ways. However, Armando Zamora's initial account of his actions and whereabouts on the day she vanished began to unravel under the weight of irrefutable evidence. Zamora was under GPS surveillance as part of the conditions of his probation. His ankle monitor, an unblinking eye tethered to Zamora, told a different story, placing him squarely in the areas of interest on the day Erica disappeared. Her husband wore it as a condition of his probation from a previous criminal offense. Specifically, he had been convicted of criminal sexual contact with a minor under the age of 13.
He's actually on probation right now because he molested my niece. Okay. So none of the family talks to him.
This conviction led to his being placed under supervised probation, which included the requirement of wearing a GPS ankle monitor. Ironically, this was intended to monitor Zamora's behavior and serve as a tool for protecting the community by keeping a close watch on his whereabouts.
The fact that they've been having problems and then this happened, it's just very unusual. You think Armando is capable of killing her?
Detectives now must dismantle Zamora's story piece by piece in the interrogation room to secure justice for Erica.
Thank you for coming in. I know it's late. Yeah. I was fall already. Yeah. So just take this hallway here. Take the left this way at the end, and we'll take a right, and then the rooms there.
The interrogation begins with officers attempting to put Zamora at ease by engaging in casual conversation. This common tactic encourages more open communication, hoping Zamora might share details more freely in a less confrontational environment.
So I think you understand why you're here. Is that you know why you're here? So tell me what you think you're here for.
State police called me. Wanted to, and I guess they put out a missing report. Wife.
Okay. Okay. So what can you tell me about that?
The interrogator quickly pivots to the timeline of Erica Zamora's last known activities and interactions with Armando. This aims to establish a baseline of Zamora's narrative for cross-referencing with evidence and inconsistencies.
Saturday, I got with two. Okay.
Okay. Same thing. You went. Yeah, where we dropped on grandma's.
Yeah.
What about Saturday? Did you hang out with grandma on Saturday?
It's for a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Because she was with you still Sunday night. And you didn't go to Morris night. And then so Sunday night into Monday, Erica stayed at your house. Monday you went to work. Erica stayed at your house all day. And then Tuesday you dropped her off.
I dropped her off. And then I said, after I dropped her off, I said I went for a little bit of the rain. And then when I had went back to her house, I knocked and there was no answer.
Armando Zamora leans into a narrative suggesting that Erica, overwhelmed by undisclosed pressures or personal demons, might have taken her own life. This maneuver is common in cases where defendants seek to redirect the narrative away from their direct involvement.
You ever known her to make statements like she wants to kill herself?
Anything that I had to call it off. One day I got worried. And then there was another time, so this and that. And then she started taking off towards the alleyway. I'm gonna find a stick to let herself go.
Yeah.
So they were gonna put on the antidepressants. And it seemed like that kind of got worse.
So you're saying should that could be a possibility?
It could be a possibility.
So talking about your GPS.
Officers confront Zamora with the undeniable evidence from his GPS ankle monitor, challenging his account of movements on critical days. This tactic exploits the tension between Zamora's narrative and the concrete data, pressuring him to reconcile these discrepancies.
Sunday you said you came back and went to grandma's at 2, and then you told me that you left grandma's and went to your house, right? Tell me this all.
Why?
So I have your ankle bracelet is on a GPS watch. So I mean it's very exact. I mean, they monitor every so minutes your exact location. So part of me asking you to clarify your locations was to see if you were going to be truthful or not. Because I know a lot more information than we're sharing.
Like I told you, she came back with me on Sunday. She was at the house on Monday.
You're lying, Armando. So Erica's dead.
She
I'm telling you. I have seen her.
what did you guys find?
We were jumping wood. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm telling you, I know what happened. Right? I know where she's at. I know she's dead. I've seen the injuries. But what I will never understand is what happened.
You guys are saying that I killed her. That's not true.
We had your GPS. Your GPS tracks you every minute. Those locations are exact to the minute.
I don't believe that she ran it. It's tracking you here right now. It tracks you every minute. It's in the feed. Boom, boom. Where her body's laying. Boom, boom. You're there. You're there. You're there. You come home. You went to grandma's house. Boom, boom. You're gonna be charged.
You are the only person with your GPS tracker with her when she dies. I don't know who you're going to try and convince otherwise.
The interrogation peaks with officers accusing Zamora of Erica's murder, juxtaposed against his continued denials.
Something happened between you. This is your opportunity to speak on it. Once we leave this room, the jury's not going to see us sympathetic husband. They're going to see us.
They present this as his opportunity to tell his side of the story, suggesting that honesty could influence his public perception. This approach is designed to get Zamora to reconsider his stance, seemingly hinting at the possibility of leniency or understanding from the jury should he choose to cooperate.
This is your chance, Armando. The truth. I want to hear the truth. Now's the time to man up and just tell me the truth.
I don't believe that you guys.
You don't believe it. Whenever you don't believe it. There's still more stuff we're doing, but we have enough already to try to do with murder. But we want to get your side of the story on what happened. And when it comes to you going to court, that story's going to make a difference. You know what? I interviewed Armando. He still denies that he did anything wrong. Here's all the evidence that shows that he did. Let the jury decide. Or, I interviewed Armando. He told me this is what happened. He was very cooperative. Told me everything. You know what I mean? He's not that bad a guy, right? Stuff went wrong, but he told me everything.
The interrogator outlines to Armando Zamora how a jury might view an admission of guilt versus continued denial. They suggest admitting guilt could show remorse, potentially leading to a more favorable judgment, while denying the evident charges might portray him as unremorseful, possibly resulting in a harsher sentence.
You come off that mountain, not a single video surveillance of all the places you went show her with you. Just man up and tell us what happened. That's the only thing that's going to help. Because you're going to jail regardless. You're getting charged with murder regardless. I'm telling you, the fact is going to happen. You're not leaving today. Like my patience is running thin. Okay, I have tried to get you just to explain. Like, just come out and tell us what happened.
What you guys want me to tell you? Like, I don't know. I just.
So you don't want to tell me what happened.
The moment I get up and walk up, it's going down as cold blooded. No emotion from a husband, nothing like that. That's what it's going to be. Cold blooded murder. Cold blooded murder. Good?
So you can't, man.
Is that how this is going to go down?
Just tell us what happened. That's it, Armando.
I guess. You want to smoke? You can smoke. You
You want to say smoke or what? You can have both.
With the emotional and psychological weight of the situation now fully impressed upon Zamora, officers offer him a smoke break as a brief respite from the interrogation's pressure. This offer serves to momentarily diffuse the tension and strategically employs a softer, more humanizing approach.
She always showed everybody else like, love and respect and all that. And she never really showed me that ever.
What do you think?
She first got with me, she was like buying clothes and this and that, making food and stuff. As soon as we got married, she changed. She completely changed. She came up with a bunch of excuses as to why. And started from there, and that was already too late. I had already married her, and then I've always tried to get away from her and get a divorce, and it never happened. And I tried to get away from her, and that just wouldn't happen. She'd always made my life hell.
This tactic nudges Zamora towards honesty and remorse, hoping to elicit a clearer understanding of his motives or, ideally, a confession.
She started arguments all the time. She always made my life like she'd always told me that I want to make your life hell and all that stuff. And she always like cursed me, like well, cuss words, and she'd always tell me she started hitting me. I hit her back, and all the anger that has been built up after all these years, you know what I mean? Like, it went wrong. The other day, and we got in a fight, and that fight get inside the truck, and then spilled out to outside, and I hit her on the head. Would you know? And I regretted it with everything that happened. Would you know? Like, say, full size or hatchet axe or do you ever figure with the blade side or the I'm saying the blade side, right? The back side, the flat part? What happened after you hit her? After I hit her, I loaded up everything that I took there, and then I was still like real angry, and the axe to her neck. Was she still alive after she fell? And you hit her the one on the neck? I think she was like breathing a little bit, but I think she was alright. How did she get it injured on her arm? That was pretty good. It was on her. That was probably the first thing. I didn't know she had that. That was probably the first thing. And then when I took the second swing, it hit her, and I knocked her out. And I think she passed away. And then the neck was the third swing. Armando, thank you for finally being honest with me. What about the trees on top of her? Why did you put them there? I didn't want to see. Like, what I did, like, after I realized everything that happened, I didn't want to see. Like, yeah. See, now, see. Yeah, well, I had a lot of regret because it was like I didn't intend to do it. I didn't mean to do it. It was just at the heat of the moment. Like I got out, I was trying to do my probation. I stayed out till I did everything that I had to do, and she was there telling me that she's gonna try to get me in prison. That's she just kept nagging on me that that's what she was gonna do. And eventually, what did happen that day is I completely lost it. Look at what happened because I didn't intend it to be that way, but why did it happen and now I can't take it back? She would tell me, God condemn you, this and that, God judge you, and all that stuff. And she just kept saying that almost every day, every argument, and trying to, blame me for why our marriage ain't working. And a lot of it was because she just didn't know how to have like peace. She never knew how to give me peace.
With the GPS data from Zamora's ankle bracelet providing compelling evidence of his involvement in Erica's murder, the interrogation at first glance might seem redundant. Their ability to secure a confession not only solidified the case against Zamora, but also offered a deeper understanding of his motives and psychological state at the time of the crime, information that is invaluable for the prosecution and sentencing phases. Furthermore, the detailed confession helped to corroborate and refine the timeline and events leading up to the murder, enhancing the overall strength of the legal case. Through their skilled approach, the interrogators ensured a more comprehensive and nuanced case could be presented at trial, underlining the importance of thorough interrogation techniques, even when physical evidence strongly indicates guilt. Armando Zamora pleaded guilty to the murder of his wife, Erica Zamora, effectively acknowledging his responsibility for the actions that led to his wife's untimely death. His guilty plea allowed for a swift resolution of the case without requiring a lengthy trial. Bringing a cold reality to the theory of electronic surveillance measures, the GPS ankle monitor, while precise in mapping Armando Zamora's movements, ultimately could not prevent the grim fate that befell Erica Zamora. Why do you play your sadistic game? That ball in the rainbow. Was your spirit always so hard to take?